We're on the bus right now. We just left Woodward Park City, and now we're headed to Woodward Copper.
I think we have an 8 to 9 hour drive ahead of us.
Why are you filming me?
The bus trip from Park City to Copper, the whole time it was just beautiful. You kind of get into a real reflective state when you're driving through the country like that.
The view was cool for a second, but mainly I was just kind of distracted.
No way!
First 4 hours went pretty smooth, and then the kids just started getting stir crazy.
My name is Julian. I like skateboarding.
Christian, Julian, and Wyatt, they're just crazy. Just not going to a skate park. They have all this energy just cooped up in the bus.
There was footballs being thrown everywhere. There was chocolate on the floor. Typical kids on a road trip type stuff.
Ended up playing Uno, and that got a little too intense.
It looks like Kendrick is cheating.
Stop!
Julian, how long we got to go?
Good question. The bus drive from Park City to Copper is painful.
I'm gonna guess 7, 8, 6, one of those. Oh, ledge!
It's a lot, man. It's a lot. But it's dope.
So we just made it to Woodward Copper, and we're super excited to snowboard and skate.
When we drove up, the scenery is incredible.
Woodward Copper is like a totally different from the other Woodward, you know. But here we have so many things to do.
When we pull into Copper, we just see this big red barn, and the mountains are just so pretty, and it's just so cool here.
And it's cool how it's not snow everywhere, so you're not cold. It's just in this one place. And so like everywhere else, it's just like bears.
At the end of the day, this is probably one of the most beautiful places I've ever been.
Out in front of the barn, there's a little street section, and we're all gonna session it.
Not landing this trick, which I should be.
So we're headed to the barn. The amount of stuff that's in there is really cool. They have like a bowl, which looks sick. Oh, a pump track too. So yeah, I'm stoked to try those out. I
I started coming to Woodward Copper when I was 7. This place is awesome and it's so cool. I was like riding with Jake Canter, Gerard. I was like super cool to be with those guys. They're like my favorite.
I'm originally from Cleveland, Ohio. Moved out here to Colorado when I was like 8. I started out coming to Woodward Copper, just going to the barn every Tuesday. I was essentially living in Copper and living at the barn. The history here for me is massive.
Hey, what's up? I'm Gerard. I'm 12 years old.
You know, every time I get to come back here, special little place, it's, you know, it's home for me.
I live like 15 minutes that way, so it's kind of like the stomping grounds for me a bit. It just helps so much with my progression, so I'm pretty lucky to live nearby it.
Pump track's pretty fun because like pretty much anybody can skate it. Either you can like go slow, come through it, do lip tricks on the top, wall ride the little plastic. There's something for everybody.
No, that's even better.
I didn't really know what to expect here at Copper. I was confused when I heard like snowboarding in July. It didn't make sense to me, but now that I see it and just the whole vibe here is just so cool.
Pretty crazy, right? Snow in July.
Central Park is the snowboarding park, and I really still don't understand how there's snow out because it's burning hot, but we're snowboarding. This is a very odd experience for me to be out here snowboarding in July.
There's just so much snow, it's crazy. I thought all the snow melted.
We're picking up our boards from the shed and it's got like a demo center in it.
The shed's actually awesome. Each week it's something new, but right now it's the Burton Demo Center, and I think you can come up here and rent boards and try out different stuff.
I'm out here at Red Shed, and what we do here during the summer is just making sure campers are equipped to have the best time at camp and have the gear that they need to progress and learn.
A whole nother part of progression is finding the gear that you like. Giving those kids that option is pretty massive.
I've been taking Polaroids throughout the summer, just kind of documenting the camper's experience, getting pictures of visiting pros. We're gonna get these kids dialed and kind of just take it from there.
I'm super excited. I love snowboarding. It's really fun. I've snowboarded before. I go about 5 or 6 days a year. I know Kendra's definitely snowboarded before, so I think she'll do good. Christian snowboarded before too, but Julian's never snowboarded before, so we didn't know how it was gonna go.
When you get to Central Park, the things you see is just gnarly. There's so many like boxes, rails, jumps, hips, hills. I mean, it's a whole hill, so I can't say hills.
Woodward has been helping me progress since I was young, and there's like pro lines over there and beginner lines over here, so people like could be together and ride and get motivated and get inspired to do stuff.
Oh, I'm not going first because if I get
I'll go first.
You go first, I go second.
I go last. Hey, can I learn how to turn before I go on the box?
The line we're doing is not really crazy, but we've got 2 boxes, and then we have 2 ramps, and then this other box, and then this hip.
I almost did the first one. I was pretty close, right?
Yeah, you were close. You can pretty much skate like year-round.
Oh no, I'm sliding away!
For snowboarding, you can't. Like, you gotta go where there's snow. So to have this is the clutch.
Hey, that's
He's good. It's just funny.
This is first time.
I like watching him because he's usually good at everything, so it's weird seeing him like struggle. Jillian's first run down was pretty atrocious.
Scary.
Scary but fun?
Yes.
But then after like 10 minutes, he was like doing really good.
Everybody says like skateboarding. It's not like skateboarding. It's more like surfing. Or no, wakeboarding. It like starts turning without you. When you have a board, you're in complete control, like, because it's trucks, it's different. On this is snow, it's all slippery, it's scary.
Yeah, Julian.
He's getting the hang of it. You know, he's got the true feel for the snowboard, making good turns. He's definitely gonna get it. Maybe one more lap or 2 of turns, and then we'll start hitting some features.
You take the run down, and then there's this giant magic carpet that brings you back up to the top. That's the longest magic carpet in North America.
Now that I know what to expect, I will go more fast, or faster. I don't know what the right grammar is. I'll go faster this time, and so I'll actually get air on the jumps, hopefully. And the goal is to not fall.
It's mid-July. I got flip-flops on. I'm saying we're hitting the 78, 80 breaker right now. These guys do an incredible job, the park crew, at maintaining it and, you know, making sure we can stay up on our skills, and even when it's 80 degrees.
The pros motivate you a lot. Like, they do something cool on the jumps or on the rails, and you're like, I want to do that.
How we doing?
Good.
I will definitely not be participating in the flipping. I would like to stay alive so I can enjoy the rest of the time at Copper.
I can't even understand what they're doing.
We're all pretty good at it, but the one who really surprised me was Mia. She didn't tell any of us she could like legitimately snowboard, so that was a shock. She was getting like a bunch of air and doing the box super easy, so it was crazy.
I actually don't spend a lot of time in the park and stuff, so this is kind of new for me.
Mia is on a totally different level. She claims she didn't know how to do it. That's very hard to believe, or she's just alien, one or the other.
Mia's the best out of all of us. But she better watch out, I'm gonna catch up.
I'm starting to get the hang of it. I'm able to do a bunch of the turns and able to go off a lot of the boxes. I was also able to get air on one of the jumps, which was really cool. I got a melon first try.
Are you good?
I did a full loop.
Here we go. I deserve this. I was late. There we go.
I'm trying to learn to go a bit faster, kind of air a bit. I started off rocky, and now I'm getting the hang of it. I can actually like turn better. I'm starting to get more air. Yeah. It is very crazy to be snowboarding in the summer.
I look like cotton candy right now. Got this like a cotton candy shirt, and then you got like blue pants with it. Doesn't match at all. But you know what? That's what happens whenever you're from Texas and you don't own snow gear.
I snowboarded 17 years ago, so I forgot everything. And the first time it was a lot of fall, a lot of tumbles all the way down. I was level 0, now I'm level 2. So that's pretty good.
Me and Christian just went for the big jump for the first time. A little hard to get speed right now because we're in the afternoon, but tomorrow morning we're gonna hit it a ton more.
What's the easiest rail here? No, snowboard rails are not like skateboard rails. Because when you're on it, it's like, if you got a skateboard rail short, you use your truck to like try to balance. And this, if you start slipping off, it just slips off.
It's not like big, but it's a down rail at least. It goes a little bit down.
It doesn't count, I guess, in snowboarding unless you go to the end.
I landed a few of them where I like was getting on the rail and get 3/4 and have to like rock and roll out. But my goal was like to do the whole thing. It was almost kind of a battle, but I like started to understand it pretty quick, so it didn't turn into a battle. It was really fun snowboarding, and I'm looking forward to doing it tomorrow because now that I'm comfortable, I'm gonna get more air, the rails are gonna be easier.
That was fun. I was like waiting for one where I was gonna be in the middle and just sitting it. I knew it was gonna feel good and it did. Still scary though.
It's just so cool to like be able to go from the mountain and then to go skate, because I mean, those are like some of my favorite things to do.
The barn is Woodward's main indoor skate facility, which I actually really like it because most of the obstacles in there are movable. Instead of like getting stuck skating one skate park the way it's set up, like we could actually move some things around, which we did.
I found out that they were doing a little sesh, and I'm like, all right, I'll join in.
It was me, Julian, David, Ryan, Fabrizio, Wyatt. Pretty much everyone was there.
Everybody was sessioning this little indoor park, but I hadn't really done trampolines. The trampoline section inside the barn is really good. It's got like probably 8 trampolines. It's got a super tramp. There's like 3 trampolines that go into foam.
I headed to the trampolines because I like trampolines and I'm not really good at my flips, so I'm just gonna go play with that. I was doing backflips on the tramps, and I was trying to do something Christian told me to do because he said backflips were boring. And so I was trying to do like a front flip and then a twist. I don't know, I think it's called half full. So I was trying out to the foam pits and seeing if I could learn it. Christian actually is a good teacher because he's very like good at jumping on the tramps, and so he can explain it really well.
Ryan moved the bench and moved like a little bump to make a bump over bench. So it was really fun. It's just like kind of gnarly. I've never come down from a mountain and then skate immediately. I felt like my legs were gone.
I started skating over the bench too, and for me it's a pretty big gap, so I was just warming up with like ollies and stuff, but I wanted to front 180 it. I get into like a mini battle because I was trying to get like the pop right and like trying to make sure I get over the bench.
It's really hard for everybody to get their tricks. It's like altitude. That's what it is. Altitude.
This is the natural like tiredness that I guess you would have from a 10-day road trip, but it was epic.
When I first entered the sesh, I was like kind of tired, didn't know how it was gonna go, but like once you land one trick, then you're like, I want to land another, and I want to land another, and then suddenly you're not tired anymore, and you just want to keep skating.
Later, we did it.
For such a long day, like everyone got their tricks, which is super sick.
Way to not give up.
Kenjo's killing it, actually. Because she doesn't even do tramp skate. And Wyatt.
He kept snaking me every time I wanted to go on the trampoline. I think me and Christian are gonna have to throw him in the foam pit so he can stop doing this.
I have so much energy, and he has even more than me. And that's how you can tell, like, he's 8.
Well, Christian was trying some flippity flip flip over and over, and it looked like he just dove into the pool because his legs were sticking right up.
Dude, it's not a swimming pool.
I can see how, like, trampolines could help snowboarding and skiing and everything, like your air awareness, knowing where you are when you're doing flips.
On the next episode of Season 12.
It is the middle of July. We are here at Woodward Copper, and we're lucky enough to be riding on this thing from June to August.
Got a couple runs in, got a couple jumps, hit a couple rails, got out of there before I got smoked.
It's what you see in the movies.
Just spinning, spinning, spinning. Rodeos, backflips. Somebody was doing front flip.